Happy Wednesday! What's going on? I hope you had a great week. So, recapping from last week to this week. First of all, guys, I hope all is well with you and your family and your loved ones. That being said, the most important person that I want you to focus on is yourself. See how that relationship is going. So, during the week, I had a couple of things I like to listen to. Videos, podcasts, things that are good for the brain. And here's a couple of takeaways that I had. I heard someone say you have to have a CEO mentality. And CEO is an acronym standing for Championship Energy Only. Meaning, when you get up, what's your energy level like? Is it like here where you're like, oh, we're going out for the weekend? Is it here, I'm going partying with my friends? Or is it down here where it's like, oh, I gotta get up and go to work? And that's the feeling. So that championship mentality is, I'm ready to take on the world. I'm ready to take charge of my life. I'm ready to do all the things that are necessary for me to be successful and to thrive. So check that in yourself. See how you can bring that out. If you need help, seek it out and find it, man. That's it. The other takeaway I had is someone said these words. It said along the lines of, be careful of what, and I don't want to just focus in only on work, but you may be working at a job and there's nothing wrong with working for yourself or working for someone else. But in your life, your direction, are you putting your future into someone else's hands? And, it may be, yes, I'm working for a company and they're going to take care of me in the future. I give them my loyalty and it's going to be rewarded payback. The thing is that blind trust, or that I'm just turning this over to someone else, right? On the financial side, let's say you went and you said, hey, here's my money, just, take care of it for me. How would that work out? Is that person going to have your best interest? What about if you were to flip it and say, look, I know exactly what I want to do with this money. Can you help me get it there? That's a different conversation than here it is, take care of it. Same thing with your life. What are you in control of in your life? And is the thing that you're in control of the most important? Like what's important to you should stand out. Is it family? Is it your work? And don't get me wrong, some people are going to dedicate their time, their life to their work, whatever it is. Maybe they're building a company. Maybe they just want to get promoted at a company that they just truly love and believe in. So just don't blindly say, I'm just going to do this and not know its destination, not know where it's leading to, what the next step is going to take for you. So that's something that I took away from that conversation. And I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just sharing with you the things that I learned and I took away, and the things that make me think about on my Waynesdays, what it is that a week has taught me and how can I implement it? How can I share what I've learned? And if someone can benefit from it, great. That's it. Another thing is along the same lines, and I call this out on my own. What is the biggest problem in your life? The biggest problem. I know a lot of people are probably not going to want to admit this, but the biggest problem most likely is you. And it's something. I mean, I don't know how many problems there are that there aren't a solution to. Like, you may not like the solution, but there's a solution. You may not think it's possible, but there's a solution. So what is stopping you from doing that thing? And if it's you should at least acknowledge that. Then you'll be fine with it, because you won't say, oh, life is so down, life is sucky, it's not great. It really is. And the more you learn to appreciate that and enjoy it, the more things will turn around for you, I think. Give it a try, see what happens. Worst case is, at least you won't be a pain in the ass to somebody else, you know? Lastly, on all of my videos, I've been using CapCut for probably a year and a half, and at the end of it, it always says, be selfish in life. And this week, I found myself having a conversation and explaining that. What does being selfish? It's actually a quote from Denzel Washington. And he said, the greatest feeling that you will have is that of helping someone else. So I always use the example of, you see an elderly person and they're struggling to get across the street, and you go and you help them. You carry their bags, walk them over. At that moment, you may not realize it, but you're feeling proud, you're feeling great, you're elated. That person may just be grateful and thankful that someone actually took the time. They may actually not feel great because, they used to be able to do this on their own and now they need help. But for you, you're taking away this awesome feeling, and they may say thank you, but in reality, you're like, no thank yous needed. I just feel good that I took the time and I was able to help. You could be helping feed people, you could be helping clothe people, you could be helping someone get a job, you could be helping someone out of a bad situation, a bad decision, a bad relationship. You're gonna feel good, and the reason you feel good is because you're doing good. And if you just go down that path of doing good, regardless of what people say, there are tons of people that I'm sure that have their own opinions and say things like critical of you or myself in this case. And then, not that I know, I don't really know. I don't follow or subscribe to that. So I just do what makes me feel good, whether someone has an opinion or thinks that it may not be advised to do that. For me, if I think I'm gonna, I'm gonna be happy doing this thing, I'm gonna do it. And it's usually, is this a good thing? Is this something that I want to do? So anyway, I want you guys to have a happy Waynesday. Find a reason in your life to do good. See you next week.